What's up, my peoples? It is your boy AMG here, and today we are talking about the Rising of Shield Hero episode 14 titled Everlasting Memory. Now, this episode has a lot of character development in it. It has a lot of plot development in it as well. So let's get into it. Now, in this episode, in the beginning, we see Mine is burning a forest, trying to smoke out the Shield Hero and his friends. And it's just weird to me that she would burn down a whole forest. Like, you don't care about the environment at all. You don't care about your kingdom because those trees and everything are your kingdom. You don't care about the animals running away from there because now you're taking food away from other villages. We already know that she doesn't care about none of that stuff. She only cares about her self-interest, and that is it. So I really just hate Mine. Like I said, redheads are evil. Nah, it's just lately in mangas and animes I've watched, a lot of the bad characters are redheads, which is giving a bad, name to the redheads. But we already know just have no soul, so that makes sense. Anyway, don't hurt me. But we see that Nafumi's trying to get to Silvio, and he can't because the whole thing that they have going on, where they're closing down the whole country or the kingdom, trying to keep him from leaving, trying to capture him because they lied and said that Nafumi kidnapped Melty, but we all know that is not true. And so he can't actually get out the country because everything's so mixed up. So he plans to actually go see the queen because we already know that Tuxedo Mask. I gotta call him Tuxedo Mask, man, because that's what they look like. Tuxedo Mask. The Tuxedo Mask woman told him that he was summoned by the queen. Now, he actually decides to go there, and I really want to know about Silvio. There's some stuff I have to ask you guys about at the end of this video, and I'll get back to you guys then. And, come out with my theories and what I'm thinking for real. But anyway, let's keep on moving on. And they go and they meet up with a guy named Ragnar. We hear a story that the country that they're going to was actually affiliated with the Demi-Humans, and they were nice Demi-Humans, and there was actually a lord who was in favor of living in harmony with the Demi-Humans, but the king did not like that, and he died in the first catastrophe wave. And so everybody who was affiliated with that lord who was good to demi-humans actually got pushed off to the outskirts of the kingdom to live there. And there is one they met up with is Ragnar. He is one of those followers, I'm guessing, who were one of the few people who wanted to live in harmony with said demi-humans. Now, he had actually slipped up on him, like he crept up on him without Nafumi noticing, so he has some kind of stealth power. He may be very strong, actually, which you would think so, but it seems like later in the episode that he actually gets kind of beat up, so we're not entirely sure if he was just taking those beatings or what, or if he just didn't do anything because it would make him look guilty. But he kind of seems like a down dude because he didn't tell him. So moving on, we actually find out also there is a place called Sayet where Raphtalia used to live with her family. It is her hometown, and it got taken over because warriors or soldiers from the kingdom actually came and went on a riot and tried to kill all of the demi-humans. Now, this is a question for me. There is something going on with the king and Mine that they do not like demi-humans and they hate the Shield Hero. We also see again that the king says that he is not going to lose his family again by the shield. So he's not necessarily hating Nafumi, he hates the shield in general. I'm guessing because he had past transgressions with the shield, the previous shield guy. Though I'm not sure why you would put that kind of rage onto someone else if they haven't done anything. Well, I guess there's a way of thinking, but that's kind of wrong to me. But moving on. We see them in the kingdom, and Nafumi wants to leave soon because he really doesn't want them to catch up with him, although soldiers are trying to follow him. And I kind of think also is because if they stay there longer, then Ragnar would actually get caught up in their situation, which you don't really want someone who is being nice to you to get caught up in a situation that you can't really handle yourself also, and them having trouble come upon them, which actually happened in this episode. He actually got took to the other lord's place, that stormed into her place and said that they had the shield hero, and they grabbed him up, took him to his house, and was actually interrogating him and beat him up. Well, mine had to go there too. She actually got caught up, and the dude was actually about to get physical with her because she wouldn't tell him where the shield hero was. And come to find out, this dude is not even, friends with her dad. So it must be for some ulterior motive that he actually wants to capture Shield Hero. Maybe to come to his side or be his bodyguard, or maybe it's a playing card that he can do with the king to be in his good gracious, so he can get more power and land. Who knows? Anyway. So we go to go save her because Nafumi says, I cannot let someone who has been that's down for me, who has been there for me and always believed in me, to go down this way and not be able to save them. So they go to try to save her, and we see all kinds of demi-humans at the, Lord who took mine at his kingdom, at his door, shouting that they want their Lord back because they love him because he was actually nice to them as demi-humans, which is a rarity in this world as we see so far. And they go and sneak in the castle because, all those demi-humans making commotion kind of put on a smoke screen and was bait, and so they can get away and get in there. And they start taking everybody down, showing their fight moves as we see the epicness of Team Shield Hero. And they go in there, go save mine, and mine is basically, not mine, sorry, Melty. And Melty was about to cry because the dude looked like he was about to beat her up, and I'm not entirely sure what he was going to do to her. And this being medieval times, I'm pretty sure it's some heinous stuff that yeah. Anyway, moving on. They save her, and we see Raphtalia is actually about to go off on this man. He tries to hit her with the whip. He hit her with 1, 2, 3, 4 times. She's like, she does not care because she said, I am powerful now. I'm not as weak as I used to be when you turned me into a slave and beat me. There is also a little plot story in here that there is a character that Raphtalia actually used to know. So it makes me wonder, in most stories when they have friends that they used to grow up with, or they were slaves or something of that nature, they usually have one person who goes the good route and one person who goes the bad route. Or sometimes they have two people who go the good route. So it makes me wonder if this is going to be an antagonist for Raphtalia and she is going to be a bad person. We'll see. Maybe because she got out from the Fumi, and I'm wondering if her friend did too. We'll see about that. Anyway, keep moving on. Raphtalia, knocks the dude around and puts him on the ground and puts the sword to his neck, and that is how the episode ends. So this is my thought process right now. I want to say that the guy who was the previous person who was good to all demi-humans, I'm not sure if he's a shield hero, but I kind of get that inclination that he is. He used to be. Because I wonder, because usually you have to die for another hero to be reincarnated in that same position or with that same overall power, pretty much. That's what's going on in like other stories I've read. So maybe it's the same thing here, or maybe he was just an affiliate of the previous shield hero as well. Something that makes me think that the king probably hates him. I wonder if the king actually probably lost his first family. His family in the previous war that went on. Or maybe the first catastrophe phase, or maybe because the shield hero, he lost his family in the first place. Well, he blamed the first shield hero, and that's the reason why he hates Nafumi so much. And that's probably why mine is the same way, because I don't necessarily think that mine is actually the queen's daughter. I think that that was his king's daughter from a previous marriage, because we see that Melty is going to be the next one in line, and we see the queen has the overall power. So it makes me wonder, the reason why she's the second princess and not the first is because she's not a direct bloodline. She's only a bloodline to the king and not a bloodline to the queen. Or it could be for her overall, lethargicness, but I'm not really entirely sure if that's the case. But that's what my thought process is going on right now. And there's another thing that I also want to point out. It is the fact that Silvo, I really think there is a temple for the shield hero there. And that's why it got, pushed off to the side for later on. Because they have a temple for the spear hero, the sword hero, and the archer hero. But they have none for the shield hero. He's evil to them. So it makes me think that this is the place, because this is a area or a town that is completely ruled over by demi-humans, and demi-humans love the shield hero. So thought process there, that's where I'm coming from as well. And it makes me wonder, who is that Ragnar dude? Is he someone powerful, or is he suppressing his power? Because we see later in the episode he actually gets beat up and tortured, but it's because he doesn't want to give away information and seem as though he is guilty, or is it because he is actually powerful and those punches, he's just trying to take it so Nafumi can get away, or something of that nature, or maybe he is actually weak, but I don't necessarily think that. So I really want to know who he is. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my video. Like the video if you like the video, comment down below if you got anything you want to say, and subscribe, because your boy AMG does videos every week. I'm AMG, and anime, manga, gaming is all that. And I'm out. Peace.